Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeons. So last time we had a thing. A thing happened. Listen, I want to talk about this for a second. Because I think it's really important to address not what actually happened, but it's important to consciously address a response to something like that. So we got run over, right? The Fanatics showed up like a Mack truck bearing down on us at about 150 miles an hour, and Sio just got caught up in the grill and whisked away to the Houndmaster heaven. So we need to look at what happened and figure out how we can benefit from the misery that was inflicted on us in the future. How is this useful to us? Let's make something useful out of it, right? Failure can be instructive if you let it, and also if the consequences are such that you do not actually die from it. So, we now know, anytime we send, I bet it doesn't have to be 3 vampires, right? But anytime we send a team with vampires out into a yellow level dungeon, we're going to have to be thinking about the Fanatic. Dude takes 100 turns every round. He can stun people. He can kidnap people. He is accompanied by a horrific soundtrack. I may want to, cue up some calming music to pump through the headphones when he appears. But how are we going to deal with it? How are we going to prepare for this in the future? I think maybe this sounds like a dumb solution to me, but maybe we just really take a lot of dodge when we go out into yellows. Let's just go heavy on the dodge. We went with a double Houndmaster party. I don't know if we're going to be able to get much heavier on the dodge than that. The thing is, I feel despair, right? I do. I think this is a natural thing when you just really get crushed by something. It's easy to go, well, what the hell? Throw your hands up in the air. I couldn't possibly have done anything about that. But we're gonna have to do something about that in the future. So I feel the despair a little bit, but we're gonna figure this out. I'm hoping that it turns out that he does keep damage from encounter to encounter. I think that's possible, given the way this courtyard quest works, where your progress remains. Maybe the Fanatic is the same way. If not, we've got a tough thing in our future, but we're just going to have to be really careful about sending vampires out into the yellows for a while. I don't know. I'll think about it some more. I'll review the tapes. You know how we do. For right now, let's get some vengeance, huh? Let's get our spirits back up. I could use 6 deeds. I could use a sweet book. Are we good? Did I equip trinkets and everything? Yeah, we're good. Of course we're good. Past SB is great at video games, right? Let's bring a couple vials of blood just in case. Some torches, some food. I am out of dollars. That's right, we were kind of low on money. Let us sell some stuff. So, I don't hate 30% stun skill chance in general, but the Grave Robber's only stunning skill is something that I very rarely use. So we can sell this. This'll buy us some provisions. Yeah, we got put in kind of a position by the... Oh, we already have a medicinal herbs. I'll bring a key. We have to go a little bit light, obviously. We're gonna be fighting a boss that doesn't require a lot of special stuff. Honestly, let's just go out with this. We gotta run it a little light today. You know, circumstances being what they are.
Simple folk are by their nature loquacious, and the denizens of the hamlet were no exception. It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and secretive excavations began to fuel local legend. In the face of my increasingly egregious flaunting of public taboos, awe turned to ire, and demonstrations were held in the town square.
Yeah, and if you don't know why that means there would be a cannon,
The smell of sulfur
we'll get to it.
and gunpowder hangs in the air. The war machine is close.
Alright, I do love an opening scout. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our boss room over here. We can go get this curio. It's gonna... Hold on. Hold up. He's wasting right now. Let's just go ahead and blood him up good. So we could go back and get this curio. It might be nothing, and it's gonna cost us a torch to go get it. We need to make money, though. Yeah, alright. Did I bring any holy water? I didn't. You know, we're not so deep in the hallway. I think I'm just going to turn back up. Walking all the way down to the opposite end of the hall, you take more stress when you're backing up, but walking down to the opposite end of the hall, I think would have cost us more light than it's worth.
The match is struck.
Oh, hey, look who it is.
Star is born.
I'll take that. There's a pretty good chance that the leper's going to be able to just one-shot this dude. Man, well, I'm glad I brought an extra vial of blood, I guess. You know what? Let's just shoot him. What is the leper's speed? Leper's speed is 3. We should probably just finish this guy off. Let's not take the chance.
Destroyed.
Wow, that was a fair amount of damage for a non-critical attack. How much? 2 for 5 rounds? That's a bummer. We don't have any anti-venom, so I guess it doesn't matter how much it is. We're just gonna have to suffer through. All right, this guy can die. There we go. A little bit of teamwork. Alright, he's a little high on health. I don't know that this is absolutely necessary, but let's not take any chances. I don't need anything stupid happening. Wow, I should have had him attack the standing one. The odds of him getting the one shot were good enough that it probably would have been the right thing.
As the
Okay.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
So, upside, downside. As far as fights against bloodsuckers go, that went pretty well. But that's a lot of damage on our poor highwayman already. It's alright. I'm sure he's a champ. He'll be okay. Really? I mean, listen, I'm not opposed to stockpiling. I don't know how many times we're going to have to go back in there. It may be a good idea for us to stockpile invitations. Let's do it. Get him. So, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go after one of these supplicants or something, and we'll trust that Grapeshot Blast and or the Leper's multi-attack will allow us to handle this. Never mind on the Leper's multi-attack.
Their formation is broken.
There we go. We got there.
Offensive.
That is a particularly gross-looking corpse sprite. None of the corpse sprites look like somebody you'd want to invite to a party, but like that one seems
Continue the onslaught.
even dead body sprite relative. This one's gross. Alright. Odds are he's not gonna have time to bleed, right? See, I really wanted the Vestal to have a turn here. Alright, I'm gonna risk this. If my delaying causes him to hit us, it will almost certainly be worse than me just not healing. Okay, we got it.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Alright, they're coughing up a lot of blood, too. I appreciate that. So this is an anti-venom thing. I'm going to have the Vestal search it. Yep, because that is... Listen, I don't want to sound callous, but our Vestal being poisoned is just fine by me. Alright, so she could go for a stun. 5 to 11 damage. Yeah, she better go for the stun. These guys have high enough speed that I doubt we're going to be able to completely beat them off the blocks. 8 to 17 damage on the Hue. You know what? Wow. A 16 and a 17. That's pretty good. That's pretty good work, guys. Well done, everybody. I'm actually going to have him shoot back one, because I trust our bounty hunter will be able to handle this. I believe in you. Can't be. There we go. See, all you got to do is have faith. Just tell them that you believe in them, and they will believe in themselves. This is not a real strategy. Do not do this in life. Hey, you. Get over here. Okay, what do I think is the best to do here? He's missing 10 health, but I wonder if I should just Divine Comfort. Give everybody a little bit of health and a better chance of fishing for a crit. Yeah. I think that was fine. That was an okay outcome. Alright, so let's scout before we use our key. Okay, it's still possible there's a secret room, but at this point, we've seen the vast majority of the dungeon. I'm comfortable using our key here.
Wealth beyond measure.
I'm pleased with that outcome. That's good.
And the foolhardy alike.
So we just go right for it, right? We don't need to detour. There's a lot of stuff, and we do need to make money. We are in a little bit of a state financially. Yeah, okay. We're gonna step out here, check this curio, and then we're gonna go. Listen, she'll be fine. I believe she will be fine. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of a long route. Risk is relatively low here, which is to say that you're never like low risk in Darkest Dungeon, but certainly lower than trying to gather extra treasure in a yellow dungeon or something. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I was all excited when the bounty hunter got to go first. I was like, oh, we're just gonna handle this right away. Come on, yes. I wanted this guy to get his turn before the leper so that our leper can actually hit 2 people with his attack. Alright, and we hope again for the Vestal to go high in the turn order. Unfortunately, all of our speeds are so close together that it's very difficult to predict what will happen from turn to turn. I want to heal you. His speed is 10. You have a 6 and you have a 4. Yeah, so when you have a lot of party members whose speeds are close together, it can be difficult to plan for your turn. I'm just gonna hit him. Let's just get out of here.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Thanks, Wade. My logic there was, ooh. Actually, we didn't even get any. Oh no, okay. Usually the map reveals everything. For a second there, I thought we didn't get any new information. Okay. Ooh, we got a surprise on them. This is good. This is very, very good for us, I think. So since we've got surprise, I'm not going to go for the stun. We can definitely just kill her. Also, that was a really good judgment. Yeah. Right? We just kill... Yeah, we just kill him.
Annihilated.
Come on, let me see that crit. Oh, 13. What are you thinking? Man, now that Intimidate is totally different than what it was when I last played, and it makes the leper so much better. The fact that he isn't stuck just attacking the front rows in a situation like that one, this is a big difference. And honestly, I didn't think the leper was bad to begin with. Alright, I am not going to stun them because I have faith. We're just going to kill them both. Nope, we're not just going to kill them both. We're going to kill this one before he gets his turn at least, right? Right? Right, everybody? Yeah. Well, I guess let's not count our chickens before they're hatched here. This is a leper. Okay, now he got there. I'm going to shoot a corpse. Wow. Good shot. So that I can get a little bit of that on. Nope. Nope, didn't work. Okay, well, we got the dot. Yeah, everybody's speed is about the same, so it's really hard, even like between us and the enemies. It's really hard to predict how things are gonna go.
And driven into the mud.
I don't remember what the fountain does. It probably restores some health and or some stress. I guess we'll use it on it. We'll do this. Okay, it was just stress relief. That's fine. It just being stress relief means that I actually would rather have had it on the Vestal, but if it also gave health, I didn't want to take the chance of wasting that. So we've got 3 invitations. The game is apologizing, I think. It's like, sorry, that was uncool of me. You know, I just get excited sometimes. Took it over the line a little bit. And listen, game, I get it. I'm not mad. I understand. I understand the thing. Listen, we're playing Darkest Dungeon on purpose. I clicked on Darkest Dungeon in my inventory. Or in my Steam library, okay? I knew what I was getting into. This thing sometimes will give you a quirk that slows you. I guess the leper is the best. Oh no! You got that slow draw. That's fine. Generally, I don't mind my damage dealers being a little bit slow as long as we have some stunners who are fast. How many invitations do I need, I wonder? Please stop doing that.
Sedated.
Alright, we're not just gonna go right after him, right? We're gonna trust in the power of our multi-attacks. And also dodge. Also the power of our dodge. That's a real thing. Alright, come on. Grape Shot Blast. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Alright, unfortunately, the one enemy we left alive was the one I don't like the most. The only reason we kill this dude first is because he can summon more mosquitoes. Now 3 of us are cursed. Ugh. Blood usage back at the manor is going to be a serious problem. Back at the hamlet, rather.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let us... Yeah, that's right. You just rub some herbs on it. No diseases anymore. That's how those work.
Otherworldly corruption.
What do you got? You're at 6 stress. I'm considering just stepping out into this hallway and disarming the trap for the stress relief. Nah, if it was one of our trap disarmers who was more stressed, I might do it. Alright, so what are the odds? I've seen to the end of these hallways, right? So I think it is currently the case, pardon me, that there can be at most one obstacle between us and the boss room. I am comfortable using a shovel here. Oh my god. I think the game is trying to tell us something. It's like, for real, you guys, go to the courtyard. I'm setting up here. Come on, Vestal. I believe you can do this. She can't do it. It works better when you have guaranteed that the Vestal will deal enough damage.
The ground quakes.
Oh, I'm just going to keep trusting in my leper, I think. Hopefully this will work. Our Vestal is going to go nuts, by the way. Stop. Stop attacking her. You leave her alone.
A singular strike.
Even Wayne gets excited. You get up above 20 damage. They are, like, obsessed with her. What is going on? Well, there's not really a lot of point in her moving. Her moving won't change anybody else's moves, and she's not going to take another turn anyway, so...
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, it's going to be pretty dark in here. Obviously, we're not going to have a lot of torchlight left for, like, relighting before the boss, which is a shame. Oh, good. Hey, remember way back in the day when I would see fungus monsters and be like, oh no, these guys? Now I am overjoyed. Please, anything that is not trying to inject me with a curse. Alright, let's see. 18% is a pretty good crit chance. Let's see that crit. Ah. You know, the call works sometimes. So there's no way that our leper strike does enough damage here. We also cannot kill fungal scratchers in one hit short of a crit. That's a shame. And he almost did minimum damage. So yeah, we took a pretty circuitous route and ended up putting ourselves in a little bit of a position torch-wise. I probably should not have used my last torch so that I could use it to relight right before the boss. You know what? I think they've got the fungal artillery under control. Let's see if we can't just get rid of this guy. If Hugh hits, it will do enough damage to kill him. And he has the same hit chance as the normal attack, so we may as well do it.
Impressive.
Hey, there's that crit. You know, sequencing does matter. And that could have been timed better. Maybe we just have to use the Vestal Stun, like a whole lot. That can be our light strategy. We probably will not need more medicinal herbs. We have a huge amount of food. Speaking of, we have a huge amount of food. I'm just gonna eat this 8 food here. We may not even actually need 8 food. We're at full health. Okay. Somebody pry this open who isn't gonna potentially explode from stress. It's not blood. Calm down. You want some blood? Do I want to... Here's the thing. I kind of want to blood him when we're closer to the boss. Maybe that's callous. But... So what do I drop for money? Do I just not drop anything? We're going to camp soon, so we'll have some more inventory space. I don't want to drop a stack of food, because I want to eat 8 food at camp, not because we need the health, but because any de-stress is good when your healer's at 86. Maybe I just let 350 go, in the hopes that we're not going to find a whole lot more raw gold before... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's go this way, I guess. We'll camp here. That's dangerous. It puts us in the best light position while fighting the boss, though, and I think that's important. And we know there's no,
Waiting to be spent.
That torch is a fortune right there. Maybe I do drop a stack of food? I would love to have a torch to use right before the boss, so that we can get the full benefit of our sun ring. Yeah, okay, I'll drop a stack of food for a torch. That's going to make the boss fight a lot easier. And then... busts are the least useful. I think I should probably have dropped 8 crests for the gold last time. Well, let's not repeat our mistake via the sunk cost fallacy. Now, let's do the right thing now. Ooh. That is a pretty good crest. Now I have to... I'm 750... Man, we picked up a lot of emeralds this run. Do we drop onyx for a swordsman's crest? Because, like, this is pretty good. Yeah, that is a thing I want to have. Well, I'm pretty happy about our treasure. And there's just not going to be a fight in this room, right? Everybody cross your fingers. You got him? You got him crossed? Alright, here we go. There's just not going to be a fight in here. It's going to be fine. Okay, see? Easy.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Kelly, you got to calm down. I'm looking to you to be an example to the rest of these people. So we probably want to prevent nighttime ambush, but there's no sense in doing this one, because this one only does bonus stuff for people who have mortality debuffs. So let's bandit sense. I kind of want to go for gallows humor. Let's see, we can get her stressed down by 15. That's it, though. Yeah, without gallows humor, all we can do is give her minus 15 stress. And gallows humor could be a lot of de-stressing, but it also could make the situation worse. I'm going to go for it. We have a little bit of stress built up on everybody else, too. This could be... Oh, it didn't work. It was bad. It was the other thing. Alright, well, I think we have to do that now. And then we have 2 time units left. Unfortunately, she cannot do this to herself. Right? Yeah, she cannot give herself a meaningful pep talk. It's very difficult to intentionally mislead yourself. Turns out you usually know that you are lying. So we could pick this up. This doesn't really do anything. I think, honestly, even though it's pretty marginal, we'd be better off just wound carrying.
Soothed. Sedated.
Well, I'm not overjoyed. Yes, blessed are we.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Let's go fight a boss.
Purpose is made clear.
As always, you could be the trap springer. It's good that she does not stress out from traps. Alright, we'll get you, we'll get you.
Nature herself,
Ah,
a victim to this
can't fool me, game. I know what's up.
Malformed.
Alright, I feel pretty good about that. You both get some blood. Let's do this. Quick, let's go drink. Cavalier, it would be a lot cooler if you had thought of that yourself. Let's go drink from some enemies.
Technology.
So here's the deal.
An engine of destruction.
That's a tank. This guy here, the Brigand Matchman, is going to try to light the fuse on the tank. He has negative 20 speed. Number one most important thing every single turn is this man must die. The tank has 70% prot and is completely immune to being bled and stuff because it is the cannon rather, because it is a cannon and it does not have blood. So we're just going to have to whittle it down slowly over time. And more brigands are going to rush in to defend it, and we're going to have to keep killing them. So in a lot of ways, this is a fight about control. Alright, Elise. You can do this.
Another abomination.
Hell yeah!
Cleansed from our lands.
And she needed that little bit of de-stress as well. So my biggest concern here, the cannon will never shoot at us as long as we never allow the fuse to be lit. So my biggest concern here is just continuing to keep the number of enemies low. You guys are so good at your jobs sometimes. Even like turns where we don't do any damage to the cannon are not the end of the world. Oh, Jesus Christ. Turns where we don't do a lot of damage to the tank or to the cannon are not the end of the world, because it's not always going to spawn in 3 defenders. Basically, this is going to happen. There are going to be a significant number of turns like this, where we only have to kill 2 people, and then we can focus on the tank with whoever's left.
Another one falls.
Yeah, so it's just about control and whittling this thing down whenever it is safe to hit it. And our damage output is pretty good. Okay, he only summoned 2 defenders again. You guys are pretty good at your jobs. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, that's not a big deal. Hopefully the Highwayman goes next, so that we can see if Grape Shot works. If the Bounty Hunter had gone next, I probably would have gone for the Matchman with him, even though it would be better to have him swing at the cannon with his relatively high damage. Just so that we can be absolutely sure the Matchman went down. Because if the Matchman survives, you're gonna have a miserable time. I wish that you wouldn't do stuff like that. That doesn't actually affect this combat that much, but if he does it again, I'm gonna feel really bad. So yeah, listen, I don't wanna get too confident too early here, but it feels like this is pretty much over. That's actually a really good question. I think we should all ask ourselves, am I human or merely a vessel for the blood? I guess just hit it with your knife. This is not a good strategy in real life.
Powerful blow.
Generally speaking, you cannot kill structures with a knife. Alright, obviously at this point I'm going to ignore his reinforcements. We can finish him off, and then the Matchman can go last.
The brigands are undone. Our family crest is once again a symbol of strength.
Yes, you really showed him who's boss.
This expedition at least promises success.
Hold up, let's just have a look around. There's no sense bailing on the dungeon right now. Yeah, like, we go get this curio, right? Is it cool? It is not that cool. I'm gonna completely extinguish the light.
Much worse than mere trickery.
Hey, look at that. That's pretty valuable, actually. Okay, I'm comfortable leaving now. That was a nice little bit of treasure at the end there. Okay, confidence partially restored, right? That went really well. I made a wrong decision that cost us 350 gold. That's a real concern. But On the whole, very good. ASB, make better decisions. Zoophobia. Okay, that's not great. That's a thing we might want to remove. And I'm really sad that our frontliner didn't level up. We really need our frontline people up here. All right, come on, town events. Something good?
With the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm a fan of that. So, I mean, are we ready for a return to the courtyard? It's kind of a waste of our cool town event, unfortunately. That is not a great ring. So, like, I really, really don't like defensive stats that either reduce offensive stats or, you know, make it difficult for you to have offensive stats via opportunity cost. We really got to watch that kind of stuff. So it looks like neither of the bosses are super compelling. We do still need to level up the Warrens again. We're going to have to do another run out here at some point. But let's shuffle everybody out of here. I mean, it looks like we could go back to the courtyard. I think we're gonna have to. We gotta get this stuff under control as quickly as possible. So, who's our courtyard team? Who would be good amongst our people? We gotta bring Fairfax for sure. It could be this thing. That's a pretty strong team, right? It has a lot of options. Couple of good stuns. It does only have the one heal. Do I want to bring Power? Nah. Right? Well, I guess also there's to consider the fact that Power has more synergy with the mark that the Houndsmaster can deliver than Dismas does. But he gets 25% bonus damage on his shot. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do it like this. Because if some reshuffling happens and the Vestal gets moved forward one slot, she at least has one thing she can do. Our Vestal actually, or our Arbalest actually can't do. Well, I guess she can still blind fire. Yeah, and that's actually probably, as far as desperation goes, the blind fire is better. Does it make sense? I have 7 invitations. Does it make sense to bring Dismas because he's a vampire? Does that matter here? We're gonna probably have access to an ample supply of the blood, right? Every time we've gone to the courtyard, I feel like we found a lot of blood. So we might be able to take advantage of bloodlust and stuff more often. Yeah, I'm gonna. It being an endurance run, though, 2 healers might let us actually run for longer. Yeah, okay. This is probably right. All right, let us set these dudes up with their equipment, and then we still got to figure out some town stuff. Somebody told me in the comments that the courtyard, the special bloodlight light level, is as though it was always 100 light for the purpose of triggering your trinkets. So that's very helpful. We're gonna trust that. I guess I don't have 100% verification that it's true, but we're gonna trust that. I believe you guys when you tell me things, which I guess is not. Now you have an incentive not to be 100% honest. I guess now that I just told you, I will believe you. But you guys are too cool for that kind of nonsense. Now, unfortunately, we lost our cudgel weight. I sold what looked like an extra cudgel weight, and then we lost our other one. So unfortunately, we're not gonna have the super buff. Super buff stun chance. This counts as ranged, right? Yeah. I wonder. That's probably not worth bringing the steady bracer just for that. Let us bring. We could bring a stun stone. We could bring a warrior's cap. Like we could just bring the Book of Sanity. I kind of think I want to give that to the Vestal though. I do like it when the healer is not freaking out. And then she has that. We could, like, it offsets the stress gain from Junia's head, but then you're spending 2 slots to just get plus 30% healing skills, which I don't think is awesome. And as always, I prefer a little bit of offense on my Vestal. Just, like, even this is kind of offense, in that it gives us a better chance of being able to land extra attacks during the round when they matter the most. Alright, so we need to put one more thing on you. Is Speedstone really just the best play? I kind of wish we had one of those trinkets that buffs you up against bloodsuckers, man. Yeah, these are all kind of unimpressive. I mean, stun stuff, it's 10% though. Honestly, yeah, I think so. Well, bleed resist. Right, he's going to be trying to bleed people. We're going to get bled in response. God, I wish I had a Plague Doctor up at level 4. Alright, I guess we'll try it that way. So let's go back to town and do a little bit of planning. First of all, how much money are we? We're at 13k. Does anybody need de-stressing? You do. And what's your deal? You will only gamble. Okay, that's fine. She's bloodlusted too, so she's going to be just screaming at the other patrons. I mean, honestly, that might work out really well for her, though. I would feel incentivized to lose in such a situation. Alright, so let's sort by class real quick. So we have a Vestal plus another Vestal, right? We have 2 occultists. Technically, this is enough healers for our final dungeon run. We're going to need 4 parties, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I want to fill this last slot with. We could pick up another Crusader, just to have another frontline fighter. I like Flagellants a lot. They seem like a pretty cool class, so we could get a second one of those. We could get a 3rd Occultist as backup, so that it's not quite so devastating if we lose one of our healers. Actually, that's probably
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
the way things are going so far. Alright. And the party that we're sending out is already as upgraded as we can get them, right? Do we have enough? We do not have anywhere near enough deeds to get another level of weapon or armor smithing. No, we're not here yet either. I guess we're just stockpiling for now. I'd really love to get another blueprint. Probably, I'm guessing yellow level bosses is where they start dropping. All right, well, is that it? Oh, we should look at the mission rewards for everything though, just to make sure we're not missing anything that's like a total mind blower. Defender Seal's not that great. We should look at this stuff just so that we know what the higher level things look like. I used to know what most of the items in the game did, but right, things could change. This is good. I like this a lot. Crusader only... Honestly, you know what? I like the fact that they colored the text to make it easier to like grasp just at a glance. Oh, this is about bleeds. Oh, this is about blights. But it actually kind of slows me down reading it. Also, Deathblow and Bleed maybe shouldn't be the same color. So this is not great. I guess it has minus 20% stress on it. Yeah, actually that's totally fine, because the minus 20% stress is like by far the most important thing that is on here. So we saw all this stuff. This is a sniper's ring. I do like the sniper's ring. And another sun ring. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to keep pushing on this. I'm very, very curious what will happen when we defeat this Baron. Will it affect the infestation level? Will we, like, discover... I have to imagine that there's some kind of cure? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. Well, I don't know. I have no idea what we're looking at. Okay. So, that's going to be it for today. Let's see if this... I tried to rig up this thing. Let's see if this thing works. Hey, it does sort of work. So, thank you guys so much for your response on the Patreon. It has been fantastic so far. And listen, even if you are not a patron, you know, I still very much appreciate all the support you guys give to the channel by watching the videos and commenting and liking and all of that stuff. So thank you very much, everybody. It has been overwhelming. Come back next time. We're going back to the courtyard, and I swear to God, this time, we're going to draw some blood. And we'll see you then.